guys, welcome back to my channel, and for today's video I'm actually just wanting to like sit down and walk you through all my current favorites, not just current favorites but also fall is starting, so I just want to like walk you through my favorite fall products slash current favorites, because now that we're in fall I'm ready to go all in that fall bitch. So I just want to walk you through down and kind of just give you a roundup of the favorite products, since I've been testing so many products lately. Like I feel like the past few months and a half has been like a million videos of products. So I just want to kind of like sit down, talk about what has been sort of a highlight within all the products and what has worked best for me and what I'm super excited to use in fall. And also kind of like a friendly reminder that you don't need to buy everything that you see on YouTube. Sometimes you just have to revisit a lot of the things that you have. Like so many times I just get carried away with wanting to purchase everything that I see on Ulta and on Sephora. So I'm just like really digging back onto everything that I've bought this year and kind of like look at how awesome these products are and how some of them I've just completely ignored, and I just want to go back to them, revisit them, and enjoy the beauty of them. So if you want to see my favorite fall favorite, like my favorite fall favorites, makeup and beauty products, then just keep watching. Okay, so I'm just gonna start with hair beauty side. I know that I've mentioned this before. Well, I did a review on it. I tested the Pattern Beauty hair care products line. I tested a shampoo, a conditioner, and a leave-in, and it has been the best decision of my life. Out of everything that I've tested, everything that I've tried and said that has been like my go-to for hair care, this has like knocked it out of the park. I really like how it just really hydrates even through the shampoo. Like it's really hydrating, especially during like these changes of seasons. If you're in a place where you really feel those weather changes, then you're gonna really like these products. They're really hydrating. The conditioner is so like deep but not overwhelming for the hair, and I love the fact that they have like different stages of conditioner, whether you like it light or medium or like super deep, super intense conditioner. I just really overall really like their brand. I really like what they stand for. I love that they make afro and like coily hair very glamorous, and like they just really go for that, and I really stand behind everything that the brand has to say, and just the products are overall very well priced, because honestly they last a very long time. I bought these products maybe 3 months ago at this point. I'm not really sure, but I haven't gone through the whole thing, like through the whole shampoo and conditioner. I'm mostly gone with the shampoo, but for the rest of the products there's still so much product, and honestly I just feel like it's so worth the money. I don't think I'm gonna test any other products anytime soon, because I just feel like they're such a good bang for your buck, and they do the job really well, that I think I'm just gonna further deepen myself into that brand rather than test another one, at least for a while. Now, when it comes to the skincare side, I have started to test and try a cleanser by Ofra. I'm pretty sure it's the Vitamin C Foaming Cleanser, and it's such a lovely cleanser. I adore it. It's not drying at all, especially if you have very dry skin. It's such a good, friendly product because it's very, very much cleansing, but at the same time very hydrating. It's like weird. And it's weird overall that it's like a foamy situation, so one would think it would be drying, but it's not at all. I honestly love it. There isn't much to say. It really does the job. The only thing that I'm super on the fence of is the fact that it's going by so fast. I don't know if it's because it's like a foaming formula and whatnot, but I've been using it for like 2 weeks already, and it's 1/4 the way down, and it's just like, man, like my money. But as a product, as its person, it's amazing. I've fallen in love, and I don't want to use any other product, but at the same time, my wallet. But it's just, I had to mention it. It's a really nice product. I love the formula. I love how it treats my skin, and just overall, just using it in the morning and the afternoon, it's just not strippy at all. Like it just leaves my skin moist and hydrated, and I love it. So now moving into the makeup world, I'm just gonna try to breeze through all of these products because I feel like I have so many within various categories, so I'm just gonna breeze through them. You know, I've already like raved so much about the Tarte false lashes. I love them, I adore them. I've already used up all of them, so I don't have them at hand. I do have to redeem myself because I did talk trash about the Colourpop, the Mrs. Falsies, because I did not know how to use them. And it was my fault because I didn't let adhesive dry enough, so it would never like stick to it. realized this later, I guess, because the more I watched videos on it, and I noticed that I was having the same issues with even my Tarte lashes, that I realized that, wow, maybe I'm not letting them dry. And once I did, they look freaking amazing. They're comfortable. I would say that the Tarte are a little bit better just in terms of like flexibility of the band, but they're really good overall. And obviously cheaper. I'm definitely gonna try more of them later on along the way. I definitely like them. It's still the good quality that you need, and they don't flake on me. Like, they don't get like loose or anything along the way. I've already tested them a couple times and it's been a really pleasant experience. So for eyes, there are no new products, nothing new that I haven't talked about. The number one would be the number 7 Fenty Snapshadow. This is the definition of fall. I love that it has one transition shade and then 2 different shades for like deepening the eye. It has this wonderful, delicious yellow toned eyeshadow that I love. It's my favorite shadow of all time. It's like this mustardy yellow is what I live for in clothing, in everything. So it's definitely pretty much very close to my heart. I love overall the combination of the colors. It's very fallish and it's just, I love it. You'll be seeing a lot from this. Another palette that I had completely skipped on, like it was my favorite last year, but it has been the Jacquiania palette with Anastasia. This palette has so much potential for use, especially for fall, especially for the holidays. I just decided that I was gonna dust it off and take it off on a ride with me. Like, I used it today and I don't know why I ever stopped. The quality is so good. The color story is really nice. The pinks, the purples, the warm tones, it's just everything in one palette and I just love it. And I'm gonna revisit it. I'm definitely just gonna start reusing it up again now that we're coming back to fall and whatnot. And then definitely my most beloved, the soft glam. Anastasia eyeshadows are definitely one of my favorite shadows. I love their pigmentation. They're really highly pigmented, but at the same time they're very easy to blend. It's just easy. Like, if you want to make something simple or if you want to make something really glamorous and stuff, it's just easy to work through. And I feel like their palettes, most of them have a really nice color story. Like, this just screams fall and neutral, and I love it. And I feel like these 3 palettes, I'm just gonna run them over and just gonna start using them up and just make the most out of them. I just miss them, and I want to start, like, these are gonna be the ones I'm gonna be taking out for tutorials from now on for a while. I'm just gonna throw them out there and play around with them now in fall. Okay, so now I'm gonna run through 2 complexion products that I have not talked enough about, or maybe they're just recent loves more than anything. I didn't want to talk about the MAC foundation, like MAC Face and Body and the Colourpop Hyaluronic Acid Tinted Moisturizer. Like, those 2, I feel like I've raved so much about those 2 that I just didn't want to mention them. I wanted to go more for the high coverage products that are not so overwhelming on my skin, but at the same time, I do get to enjoy the glamness of them while them not being super dry on me. For foundation, which is gonna be weird, I'm not gonna talk about the Rare Beauty foundation. I'm still on the fence with that product. I feel like it doesn't fully sink into my skin. I've tested it a couple times already and it hasn't been the most pleasant experience. I don't know, I'm not fully convinced, but what I have been convinced for my skin has been the Rare Beauty concealer. So what I like about this is that it's not matte, but it's not dewy as well. Like, you know how it's that nice in between, but the coverage of this isn't full, like, high coverage. This is the one that I have all over my face. I don't like this product for underneath my eyes. I did like it the first time that I tested it, but as I saw how it worked in the end, it wore. It just creases a lot, even with powder. I don't like the way it looks with powder underneath my eyes because my under eyes are so dry. It didn't look well. But for my skin, I feel like it looks so well. It's really nice just to get more glam, but like to not feel heavy. I feel like this is the right balance between those 2 products. That's why I've been using it as a foundation rather than as a concealer. So what I have been using as a concealer, for real, has been the Tarte Creaseless concealer. I'm actually gonna get a full size of this. This concealer is life. It's like chef kiss, because I'm gonna tell you why. It's high coverage. Like, this is the concealer that I use if I wanna like cover everything up. Not only that, but it's super dewy. Like, I powdered up and I still look like hydrated underneath my eyes, and it's not overwhelming. Like, sometimes the Born This Way concealer can be a little too much, a little too wet, and I find that this is the right product for me. It truly doesn't crease it, whether I powder it or not, but sometimes it just, when I'm going glam, I want to powder things up because I don't want to look as dewy, and I feel like this is the perfect product because I can put powder on it and it looks amazing, or I cannot and it still looks amazing. If you have dry skin, you're gonna like this. Okay, so I know how much I rave about the MAC powder, like the mineralized powder. I honestly use it very, very much. But for drier kind of formulas, such as the concealer that I spoke about that I've been using as foundation, the one and only powder product that doesn't really fail me, that truly works with me with my dry skin and with that creasing around my mouth and all that stuff, is the Hourglass Veil Translucent Setting Powder. I do have a sample because this is very expensive. I feel like this is the one that never fails. It's the one that looks like nothing underneath my eyes or all over my face. It doesn't dry out. And yeah, especially for like more holiday, more put together makeup where I don't want to look super dry, but I want everything to look set and glam, you know, not super dewy, not super natural. This is the powder that I like to go to just because it keeps everything weightless, let's say. So, wow, I'm trying to really breeze through these. Okay, now I'm gonna go into like complexion products and whatnot. So I've raved about this before, but I cannot not rave because these are truly the best cream products. Even when I've tested and tried so many products along the way, I feel like they've remained true to everything that I like. So when it comes to complexion products like bronzers and blushes, I've stayed with the Fenty ones, especially this shade, specifically for fall. I feel like this is so important. The cream blush shade in Rosé Latte, this lovely muted mauvey blush. It's the only blush that doesn't look like every other blush in my collection. Like my skin is so yellow that sometimes all blushes can look a lot alike, and I feel like this has the right color, the right undertone to look a little more kind of fall-y, like muted, like, I don't know. It's just seductive and I like it, and it's like the perfect product. So for bronzers, I've been using the Macchiato and the Butter Biscuit. Right now I have the Butter Biscuit, which I feel like it's more on the fall side. It's more cool tone, more toned down. This one, the Macchiato, I use it more for summery time where it's like more sun-kissed, more bronzy, while this one is more cool toned. Which honestly, I hadn't really been a fan of this, but I tested it today and it looked amazing. I mean, the formula of these are amazing. Now, I understand that maybe for fall you don't want to use something so hydrated. You could try the Bondi Bay Nude Sticks Bronzer, which is more on the natural side. It's not dewy or matte. Well, it's kind of matte, but it's not drying. That's what I mean. And it looks very well blended. And I love about these is that they do sink into your skin. They are never going to remain on top of it. And honestly, they're very long wearing, that it never happens to me that it fades out unless, you know, I'm like putting my hands all over my face. Now for highlighter, I'm gonna give you drugstore and I'm gonna give you a high-end. So for the drugstore, this was probably my June's favorite. Like this is the e.l.f. highlighter in Mega Glow. It's like this powder, probably $3 highlighter, but it's my favorite highlighter of all times. As you can see, it's beautiful, it's delicious. It sinks into your skin, it doesn't stay on top, it doesn't look powdery, or it doesn't emphasize any texture, which is what I love about this. This is a highlighter that I never stop using no matter what. I feel like this is perfect. A highlighter that I non-stop use because it's amazing, it's super reflective, but at the same time, it's not like a metallic that looks like a freaking stripe on your face. It blends out really, really well, and it looks more a lot like from within, just intense from within. As well as the Rare Beauty highlighter. This is definitely one of my favorite products from this collection overall. It's so freaking nice and so freaking natural looking. Like, if you want, you can go all out with this if you don't blend it out that much, but if you blend it really well, it honestly fades into like the most beautiful natural highlight from within the skin. And it's just really, really pleasant. I love how much it brings. It's like, this will never end. Honestly, I feel like I will use this a million times and it's never gonna end. But I do like the shade. I love how this pearly pink looks to my skin. So I feel like those tones are very perfect for fall. And yeah, this, honestly, I feel like it's so worth it because it brings so much product. It brings 0.50 ounces. Like, this is insane. I'm never gonna go over it. So that's it. I'm just gonna go through finally my lipsticks. So for lipsticks, again, they're Rare Beauty like matte lip. This is amazing. This is the softest matte ever, and it doesn't emphasize your dry skin. I mean, obviously, if you have like dead skin all over your lips, it's gonna happen with any matte, but if you obviously scrub your lips, this is the most amazing product in life because it's so soft. And it feels like a little cloud in your mouth because it's so soft, it's so nice all over your lips. It doesn't dry them out. It feels honestly like I have nothing. Also, this is in the shade Fearless. It's a muted, like a really nice muted color for fall. It's delicious, like a mauve, yeah. And then not necessarily the brand, but just the color overall. I will use a lot this Bite lipstick in Caramelized. It's like this nice, nudish cream. The Bite Beauty lipstick formula. It's just delicious, very hydrating, and honestly, no complaints on that. They're just mad expensive. It's one of the only nudes this light that look good on me. And also this True Brown by Colourpop. This is Tansy. This is something that I use. I mean, I use it all the time all year long, but for fall, it's perfect. It's the perfect true brown. Like, it's just, if you look at it, it's the perfect brown. It's delicious. It's like a tree brown, like delicious. Also, I'm gonna swatch these for you. It's like the perfect, this is the perfect nude for, like, I feel people of more color like me, or like a deep skin. Like, it just looks so delicious, and look how hydrating this is. I love it. And just because, why not? I'm just gonna swatch this as well. See, it's just, this is such a lovely formula. It's just so soft. Okay guys, that is pretty much it for today. I hope this video doesn't turn out to be super long. I just wanted to walk you guys through like my favorite fall products and like just encourage you to like revisit your own collection. Not all the time do we have to buy things, especially during these hard times. I just feel like sometimes we feel like we need to buy everything we see on Instagram or in the store, and sometimes it's just a matter of revisiting the hidden gems within our collections. I would love to know what you guys think of these products, or what are your like fall favorites. If I would be to purchase anything, it's your favorites. Like, I'm just in to win for these old favorites of mine. It's just, I would only be willing to try anything new that you guys would be interested in, or that you guys really would actually recommend for me. But other than that, that is pretty much it. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Please give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!